as Briery Gap, celebrating its 10th year in theatre, proudly present a new play written by Helen Hallisey, directed by Liam O'Mahony, assisted by Linda Kelleher. Featuring tonight, copying primary school students. Michael Collins, Phoenix.
What is he on about? Well, what have you to say?
What's churching? Spell it. C-H-U-R-C-H-E-N-G, I think.
I-N-G, actually.
All right, I'll check the index. No, there's nothing here.
Do any of you lads know what churching is? Ask Daddy so. Hi, Daddy.
Yes?
What's churching?
Ask your mother.
They'll be here any minute.
Welcome. Welcome home to the new bride. Oh, my Sebastian. Isn't he gorgeous? He's the image of me. Image of me.
Is he really my new brother?
He is, but you're still my baby.
Yeah, you're still the baby, as they say. So there you are.
Mommy, what's churching anyway?
I don't know. Ask your father.
Look at any different things.
Very good. Haven't you played on the other?
I brought flowers for the little baby. Wild flowers.
No, you did not. You stole from me. Look at that. Business, all you. You're a pure nuisance.
She's a terrible caffler, Oscar. Stand over there. Go over outside the lady.
Michael John.
Michael after myself and John after my father.
I should hold it first. I'm the oldest.
Next.
Yeah, he's a bit small yet.
Bit small yet. So Marianne. Boy number 3.
Child number 8.
Not bad for a fellow 74.
You're slipping, Michael. It's 75. It'd be more in your line to be ordering your headstone.
More in your line to be looking forward to number 9. You know what? We'll say the rosary. Come on. She's everyone new in the line. Nanamana house from Vic, who's written here, all me. On that, the name for that. there quiet.
Yeah.
That's the... What's wrong with you?
Daddy,
Yeah.
can I light a candle?
A candle? Oh, Marianne, are we an anniversary? Is that someone dead belong to us?
No.
What's the candle all about?
Emmett, in the book, Robert Emmett. So his ghost will know the way?
That's written in the book, is it? So his ghost will know the way?
No, I made it up myself.
You did not make that up yourself, did you?
Yeah.
Come over here to me. You know you're a great boy altogether. I'd say we've a poet in the family. Do you know what? Wouldn't it be great, if you were a big man, that you might be writing for the Westcott people? Huh? Wouldn't it be great? Say it again for me.
So his ghost will know the way?
So his ghost will know the way. You know what? Go on. And light a candle for him. And keep that spirit up, young fella. So his ghost will know the way. My. Marianne,
Michael.
God, you're beautiful. Beautiful. I love that song.
I know. Right.
I should be on the record player. I was never a great dancer.
I know, Michael.
And you were always a great dancer.
I know, Michael.
You know, Marianne, you know everything.
I know, Michael.
Michael, would you ever go to bed?
Flagstone. I know why you're here. He is older than you. You've asked for my help. Now heed what I say. Firstly, take these crystals from the river and place them in his house. Next, rowan berries. Bake them in a cake for him. And last is honey. You yourself must eat the honey. The man you have chosen is under your spell. Your destiny is laid out. But know this, you will have a son. He'll be a hero, a blacksmith of men, a gatherer of men, a man of fire, a phoenix! His deathbed will be a place of pilgrimage for many years to come.
Lizzie.
Here.
O'Sullivan Nellie.
Here.
Hurley Coiteen.
Here.
Crowley Paddy.
Here.
Horgan Con.
Here.
O'Driscoll Francis.
Here.
Collins Michael. Collins Michael.
Sir, he's not here.
Not here. What do you mean he's not here? Did anybody see him on the way to school this morning?
I think I saw him, sir. Down by Sentry's Forge.
Down by Sentry's Forge. You know, if he's not careful, he'll burn himself in that old fire down there. Sentry's Forge. Take out your English reading books there. Now, open page 17, we were on yesterday. Nance, will you do some reading for us there, please?
After a few despairing days, sea led in the dark
Chamber, dark chamber.
they find an escape route.
Bridgie, what's that word there, please?
Root.
Route. Very good, Nance. Much better than before. Well done. Oh, no, there. Do you know that fire is one of the strongest forces in the world?
And why is that? My mother says it's knowledge.
Knowledge. Do you see that lump of iron? If I stick that in the fire, I can bend it and shape it any way I like. And if I'm not happy with what I've done, I can put it back into the fire again and bend it and shape it a completely different way. And even if I'm not happy with that, I can put it in again and change it all around again. That's how those horseshoes started out. Nothing else could do that for you, but
Tell us one of your stories of the blacksmiths long ago.
Shouldn't you be in school?
Asher, I'm an awful fast runner. I'll be there in no time.
All right, but only a short one, mind you. I'll tell you the story of Paul O'Donoghue. He was a blacksmith up at County Meath in 1798. And he was making pikes for the rebels when he was betrayed by informers. The yeomen came and were just about to hang him in his forge when the yeoman noticed that his horse had thrown a shoe, and he said, "Before we hang you, boy, shoe my horse there." So didn't Paul shoe the horse? And when he was finished, he held on to the horse's bridle. And the captain of the oars was kind of looking at him in a funny way, saying, "Why is he holding on to the bridle?" Well, if he did, Paul still had the hammer in his hand, and he planted it right down into the skull of the captain, killing him stone dead. He jumped onto the horse, burst out through the door of the forge, and off down the road with him, and he escaped into the evening light. That's what blacksmiths are. Clever, courageous, and resourceful people. They're great men. Very good, Nance. Now, next thing, take out your, those way, please. Take out your arithmetic books. And we'll open there page 7.
So, where does fire come from?
Fire. That's an excellent question. Fire. I'll tell you about fire. Fire as we know it today. Back in the 1500s, there was a very famous explorer called Marco Polo. I'll write his name on the board down there. Marco Polo was his name. And Marco Polo came from a place called Venice, which is in Italy. But Marco Polo was a great explorer, and so was his father and his uncle too. And they headed off out towards China and Mongolia to visit an emperor called the Kublai Khan. Got in it, please? Kublai Khan. And he's the very famous emperor altogether. And as he was there, one evening in the palace, did Marco Polo walk into the kind of a dining room, I suppose, or the room anyway. And in the fireplace, he looked in and he saw a fire. But inside, what he thought was stones that were on fire, but it was actually coal. And that's how we got fire. That's how we got fire. We got coal, and they said it looked like stones that were on fire. And it that was stones on fire. And that's a great question, and I'm delighted that you're also interested in that kind of a story, because that's very important to us all. Well. Mr. Collins, don't you know that you're already 25 minutes late?
Sir, Jim Santry. First, he asked me to turn the bellows on his fire. Second, he showed me how to make a horseshoe. And third...
All right. Sit down. Only don't let it happen again. James Santry. Now, take out your arithmetic books there, and we'll open page 51, what we were doing. Welcome, Father, welcome. Tis a good day outside?
It's not too bad. Improving, thanks be to God.
Very good.
I see they're all present here today.
Yes, Father, all present and correct.
Well, I've come to do some examination in catechism.
Catechism, Father?
Yes.
You need have
I'll
no worries.
start with the 10 Commandments.
10 Commandments,
Yes.
Father. You need have no worries about the catechism or about the children in Lissavar National School, Father. They're all excellent.
I hope I won't. And of course, if they don't know their commandments, you'll have to administer the strap. I presume you have a strap, sir?
Yes, Father, but it's just that we haven't needed to use it for a long time.
Well, I'm dead. Now, this boy here, stand up, please. First commandment.
I am the Lord thy God, thou shalt not have strange gods before me.
Second.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Third.
Remember to keep holy the Sabbath day.
Fourth.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Fifth.
Thou
what? Thou.
She said all 10 last week, Father, without hesitation.
I don't hear her say it now. Thou what? I asked you.
Thou
Well, sir.
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not steal. Seventh. That is the 7th commandment. Punishment, 3 slaps.
No, Father, I
Please.
don't think we need to go that far.
Look, sir. Like that. I could have you removed from your job, and not alone that, I have you put out of the parish house. 3 slaps, sir. Administer it. Do what you have to do.
Hold out your hand, Nance. Look, surely you know that commandment.
It's just gone out of my head, sir.
I know. Just like a lot of other things, really. All right, here goes.
No! Stop! Not that! No! Cut the gate!
My
you be Sam McGuire?
I would. Would you be Michael Collins?
I would. The man, my man, is it?
It's not a Kilty Carbog, is it?
You get away with that. That's sick. Didn't Clon get the Downies by 10 pints last Sunday? How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Go back.
We'll meet Sean Hurley back at Henny's place.
All right, back.
Let's get the hell out of Waterloo Station. It's full of Brits. Okay. It's a rot you have in here.
In my books.
You'll be great sport.
All right, back. Come on.
Absolutely excellent, darling. Just hold it there. That profile just so. Now,
How long more, darling? I've been standing here for almost 3 weeks now. How long does it take?
you should never ask an artist that question.
I suppose we'll have to have Lloyd George and his nincompoop of a wife for dinner.
Oh, yes.
Imagine waking up beside that. I'd rather drown myself first.
Lloyd George and the wife, dear.
Oh, get away, Fly. John, dear,
Yes.
I was thinking of having this drawing room redecorated. I'm beginning to notice all the cracks from here. Could you see to it that you give a lick of paint to the ceiling? There's a good man.
Me? Paint the ceiling. Ridiculous.
What's that I hear about Nigel Forbes-Heatley? Did you hear anything?
Nigel? No.
Has he run off with a stable boy?
You're joking.
How embarrassing for his wife.
Oh.
How embarrassing for his mistress.
Poor Nigel.
Now, darling, about this dinner party.
Yes.
I was thinking about quail.
Quail, of course. Quail, yes.
Quail is in season, isn't it?
Yes, dear.
Yes.
Just hold it like that. Please don't move, will you?
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Yes.
Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting.
I simply adore you singing that song.
Yes, I know, dear. That's why you married me. For my voice.
Yes.
My incredible body and... Oh! Rabbits! We must have rabbits. Rabbits and quail.
And quail?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
John, dear,
Yes.
where shall we go on our holidays this Easter?
I haven't given it any thought, darling. Easter is upon us. No, where would you like to go?
Oh, John! I'm beginning to get a little irritated. Snap!
Everything all right there, Michael?
Yeah, it's grand up.
You're not going any, Michael. What about your classes?
What's that you're reading there, Michael?
There's a new book by Macroom and T.C. Murray called The Wheel of Fortune.
Snap!
Will you sit down, man? You're giving me the jitters. It's too early to go yet.
Where are you going?
Snap!
Snap me now, that's not snap. There's something up. Don't you go undoing all my good work, you Mick. I'm warning you.
Penny, what's she on about, Mick?
And he's introducing me to the likes of Sir Nigel Forbes-Heatley. Apparently he's good for my political career.
And don't you go doing anything foolish tonight, like joining no secret society.
Oh, Kenny.
I'm warning you, Mick. Warning you.
Let me get that book from me there, Michael. I'll put it back in your bag.
That's some lovely pictures in here, isn't there?
They're just gorgeous, all the colours and everything.
That's the court, the property of a gentleman. It is a very witty title. And the garden in Morocco. It's all about the weather. Sure, it is sunny all day long there.
And all these ones are by Sir John Lavery, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, and he's going to be here tonight with the wife Hazel. She's a gorgeous looking woman. You love her. Did she talk to me? I'd love to talk to her. Do you think she talked to me? Will I do go talk to her?
Go on, yes, you will.
It's Lizzie Hazel Lavery, isn't it?
Why, yes.
I've been following your husband's career. His portraits, they're just beautiful.
And your name is?
Oh God, I'm Hattie Collins, and that's my brother Michael. My favourite pictures are The Property of a Gentleman. What a witty title.
Oh, yes.
And of course, I'm gardened in Morocco. Sure, I can see why you moved to Morocco.
Oh, yes,
The weather here is just shocking. It's all rain, 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 rain. Oh God, and that's himself over there. I wonder if he talked to me. I'd love to talk to him. Do you think he talked to me? I'd love to talk to him.
Oh, he'd be delighted, I'm sure.
Thanks very much. I'm Hattie Collins.
My God, but you're a beautiful looking woman. Where did you get the hat? They're strange looking feathers. I'd say they're moorhen's feathers, aren't they? Isn't he the lucky moorhen now?
Isn't she the lucky moorhen now?
Well, I can tell you there's men moorhens and women moorhens back where I come from. What book are you reading?
Sure. John Bull's Other Island?
John Bull's Other Island. Isn't that the play where King Edward laughed so hard he fell and broke the chair?
Yes.
Married to your man. What a tragedy. Oh my God, but you're a beautiful looking woman.
Oh, you must come and visit with us, Michael.
I'd love to.
Perhaps we shall have a dinner party?
Yes, that would be good. I'd like that.
Very well.
Annie, come on, it's time to go. Come on.
Goodbye, Mr. Lavery. I mean, Lord Lavery. Goodbye, Lord Lavery. Maid, Mora.
Thank you, dear. John, now, about this dinner party, I was thinking of quail and rabbit and saffron turmeric. Help me out here, darling.
Yes?
Saffron, turmeric,
Turmeric?
saffron. Mora! Where is that quanta?
No, darling. My wife wishes to speak with you. Her name is Nora.
Yes, dear, that's what I said, Mora.
Nora.
Now, Mora, for tomorrow night's dinner, we would like to order 5 fresh rabbit, 6 quail, and 4 grouse. Oh, and a bunch of asparagus tips from the market. And not forgetting the saffron. Mora, could you repeat that, please?
5 fresh rabbit, 4 fresh quail, a bunch of grapes, and a bottle of saffron.
Oh, for goodness sake! Send up the cook! John, send up the cook this instant!
Me sending cook off?
Yes, the cook! Oh, you just can't use any good help these days.
Please, God. My wife wishes to speak. Darling, would you please stop rushing around and stand here? There. Thank you. Excellent.
John, darling, I was thinking of inviting that young Collins fellow. You know, the one from the post office. We met him in the gallery.
Yes, Henny.
Interesting fellow.
Yes.
Confident.
Yes.
Perhaps he could add a little extra to the evening. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, I think he could make a difference.
Yes.
Where's Mick? I have to have a word with him. Mick. Don't go, Michael. Don't be foolish. These people, they're going to let you down. They're going to let you down.
Now, back, Henny, just leave me alone.
Time to go, Michael.
Don't go, Michael. Don't take on the English authorities. We've made friends with some of them out now and you're dealing with fire.
I'm my own man, Henny. I've got to make up my own mind. Is that okay?
Don't go, Michael. You're old people. They're going to let you down. They'll let you down. Don't go.
Come on, what's that? Let's go.
Now, children, today, like yesterday, we're going to continue with our history lesson. Right. Well, you remember, you all know, of course, James Santry below the forge. When James Santry came to school here, he loved history. And the reason he loved history was we didn't talk about it. What we did instead was we dramatized it. So that's what we're going to do today. So, benches back. Very good. Quickly. And we're going to talk about three very important events. The first one is in 1916. The Irish Volunteers didn't have enough guns. So they decided to send Roger Casement to Germany to buy 20,000 rifles for the organisation. Casement got the guns from the Germans, and the Germans put them in a boat called the Aude. The boat sailed for Kerry. However, informers had told the British that the Aude, with 20,000 rifles for the volunteers, was on the way, and when it arrived in Bannistrand in County Kerry, the British were lying in wait.
English! English! Versteckte Waffen! Versteckte Waffen! Versteckte Waffen! Freunde! Wir fighten an Gegriffen! Wir! Verdict zum Briery! Wir müssen versuchen zu landen! Wir müssen versuchen zu landen! Wir müssen versuchen zu landen! Holen die Waffen! Holen wir anlegen! Camouflage!
Wir sind unseren Geld. Schär Stoff das Schiff.
The captain scuttled the ship, losing the 20,000 rifles for the volunteers. However, the leaders still decided to go ahead with the rebellion. They fixed it for April 24th, Easter Monday, 1916. Their idea was to take over the main buildings in Dublin and wait for the British Army to come and attack. However, organisation was dreadful and the whole rising was a complete and utter disaster. There weren't enough men, enough equipment, or no communication whatsoever.
Polen!
Poland's means we have no ammunition. We have none to spare. College of Surgeons, we need more men. We have none to spare. So Dublin Union, don't shoot, we surrender.
after most of the rebel leaders were executed, the remaining rebels were sent to Wales to prison camps. But this was a good thing for the rebellion movement because here great leaders emerged, two of them being Michael Collins and Eamon de Valera. And when they got back to Ireland, they vowed this time the rising would be different. However, informers told the British about de Valera, and he was captured and lodged in Lincoln jail. Collins, as leader of the rebels now, decided that he would get Dev out of jail.
Very cold at it tonight, isn't it, Richard?
How many hours are left on this watch?
We're trying to get you out. Yeah, broke the key. I broke the key, Dev.
Here's one that was sent in earlier. Let's try it.
Dev, after the disaster of the key breaking in the lock first, had his own key. And with his own key, he opened the gate and escaped to freedom. Come on, she is here. These were three major events in Irish history. The Ard, 1916, and the releasing of Dev from prison. The one thing that was learned all during these events was the damage informers could do to an organisation. We saw what happened to the Ard also in 1916, and the benefit of an informer with Dev's own key. Michael Collins saw all these things. And when he saw the damage informers could do, he said, they're the people we must get rid of first. And after this, Collins became a ruthless killing machine.
I'm drowned. I tell you, the sooner I get to America, the better I won't have to worry about this kind of weather.
What rain?
Oh, this is dreadful.
Never saw the like of it.
Come here, what's the idea of us meeting up tonight?
I don't know. Why are we here? Mick, you know? Mick taught us.
Is he?
Yeah.
Huh?
And where is he?
Hold on. Hold on a second. I hear somebody at the gate there.
Yeah.
Right here. Have a look there, will you?
Actually, that's Cummins' donkey, you clown.
How was I to know? Yeah. For God's sake, it could have been him for all I know. I don't know. We'll take a fool like do to make
Yeah, that's right. Mick. How are you doing this evening?
Grand, Mick.
I've got some very important tests for you to do this evening. And I want some men who's going to have some backbone to stand up and do them. You understand that? Yeah. That's good. Now, lads. What I have here, and I want you to look at them closely, are dum-dum bullets. And they were used in India.
Yeah.
India. You know how dum-dum bullets do when they hit the target? They explode and make massive smithereens of stuff. Okay. Johnny, go check the box there.
What's in it?
Rabbit?
There's a rabbit in it. Good man, Johnny.
Sure, guys, no. Check it out. Rabbit.
Oh, you're first.
Okay.
Now, can you imagine the kind of damage that the dum-dum bullets would do to a rabbit at close range?
Yeah.
Take the gun.
Mick, I never shot it in me life.
Would you stop? You're from a family of dastards, I'm told. Come on.
No, we never shot anything.
You can aim at the rabbit. Come on. Aim. Shoot. Fire.
It's broken, Mick.
There's no bullets in it. That's why it didn't go off. How about this? Good. Good man. Good work.
All right, Mick.
How about you two? Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Ready.
Now, what I'm going to do this time, just a little bit of a difference this time. I'm going to put a bullet in the gun. Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm ready. Yep. Take the gun. Take it. I want you to aim it at his head. Come on.
Gee, Mick, I'm off to Butte, Montana in a couple of weeks' time. Me future's over there with me uncle.
You're going to have a 1 in 6 chance of going to Butte, Montana.
Mick, for God's sake, shoot the rabbit, don't shoot me.
Are you ready? You can't. You've got to go through with this now. This is backbone steel. I'm on for you tonight. Aim. Shoot! Well done, lads. That's well done, well done. That's what I want, a bit of backbone, a bit of steel. Well done, that's good work.
Maud? Chris? Helen? 5 minutes peace. A rarity around here.
Dear Michael, thank you for our first official love letter.
which I received this morning.
Kitty, Chris is wondering if you'd like a cup of tea.
No thanks, Helen.
I was expecting something a little more exciting, but we have to start somewhere.
What about a biscuit?
No, Helen, thanks.
It's great now all that awful business is over about you and my sister Helen.
You're writing to Michael again, aren't you?
That is none of your affair.
You had a lucky escape there, you know, because she's a pure demon and would only make your life a misery.
Tell him I said hello.
As for myself, I'm not much of a letter writer, but you can imagine me as I write this letter back to you.
Helen, for goodness sake, would you please just give me 5 minutes, please? Just go!
Fine.
Write soon. P.S. Send me a nice present the next time you write.
Dear Kitty, I'm here in Newson Station and I was hard pressed to find the right gift for you. However, I eventually settled on this silk scarf. It's managed to fit into the envelope at no extra cost. I hope you like it. The noise here is shocking at the moment, and I'm running for the post. Listen, I hope you like the scarf. Mike.
I got the scarf. You'll have to buy a bigger envelope the next time and dig a little deeper in your pockets, I think. I was not one bit impressed. Not one bit. There's no bigger turn-off for a woman than a miserly man. So I'm looking forward to a big improvement there. I've no news, really, unless you want to count the disasters that are happening around this place. Running a hotel takes a lot of organising. 5 dozen pullets' eggs are needed in this kitchen every day. And Mrs. Mann over in Cavan Town tells us there's hen disease. No pullets' eggs. Chris is tearing her hair out. Oh, and then there's rhubarb. I hope you like rhubarb jam, Michael, because it's all you'll be having for the next 5 weeks around here. And of course, Maud cut her finger. Blood in the rhubarb jam. Helen, she wanted to put the price up. Chris said you'd poison somebody. Poor old Maud. That should be an awful insult to Maud's blood. You know, I think I'll have that tea. P.S. I'd love a pair of gloves. Leather gloves. Brown if you come across a pair. Good men. I'm starting my trousseau.
Dear kids, I'm here in Vaughan's Hotel, Westwood, Beat Clare, by 9 pints to 5. The place is like a circus, the noise is shocking. I met Sam Maguire a while ago. He never misses a match. And he Church of Ireland? I tell you, kid, it's a Protestant that makes the best Catholic in Irish history. Harry and myself are heading for Granard on Tuesday. Now don't go overboard at the welcome. Harry thinks he's in with a chance with you. Keep him well back from the truck. But when I remembered the welcome I got at the hotel that first night, I thought I was in heaven. Sure, each one of you were prettier than the next. How could anyone choose? How could anyone fall in love, but especially, how could anyone have fallen in love with you, my beautiful, pretty-haired kid? And you singing that song? What was it?
Very good.
Dublin town. No maid I've seen like a sweet Colleen ever met in the county down. Hey!
We have another song. You do.
Go on, sir, sing it away.
Oh, just let me sing it.
Go on, sing.
Okay. We'll sing something lively this time.
Again.
All the days of the Kerry dances, all the ring of the piper's tune, all for one of those hours of gladness, gone at last like our youth too soon. When the boys began to gather in the glen of a summer's night,
And the Kerry piper piping made us low with wild delight. Oh, to think of it, oh, to dream of it, fills my heart with tears.
do you think he's going to kiss her? He told me I was gorgeous. He didn't tell me anything. Come on, we put on a picture tonight.
Helen? 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 Don't you have something to be doing?
I'll be seeing you, Michael.
Kitty, will you sing for me?
As the sun was setting o'er the bright meadow of Shelmalier, a rebel hand set the heather blazing and brought the neighbors from far and near. Then Father Priest from old Kilcormac spurred up the rocks with a warning cry. Arm, arm, he cried, for I've come to greet you for Ireland's freedom. We fight or die.
Dear Kitty. Kitty, hello. Hello, Kitty. I am no good at writing letters. I'm useless at it. I'm not a good letter writer. I suppose you heard Wexford won the match last Sunday. 9 points. Jesus, she wouldn't care about the score. I suppose you heard me and Mike are going up to stay at your hotel next week. I hope the sleeping arrangements will be good. Mike is giving me a pain in my ear the way he goes on and on. I'm looking forward to hearing 4 sisters again. There's a present in the envelope for you, Kitty. When I asked Mike, he said you had a great fondness for small scarves. He also told me about the rhubarb jam. I love rhubarb jam, Kitty. It's a load of rubbish. And here's I'll try again tomorrow.
That's good work, lads. That's very good work altogether. Now, do you remember I said to you, I'm looking for men with speed. I'm looking for guys who are going to do a job for me tonight. You've done very well so far. Excellent work. Now, this time, there's a difference. This time I want to introduce you to a very special guest.
Come on, get out! Get out of here! Go on!
Who is she?
Esteban!
Well, I cut the bitch's hair, Michael!
Don't stop it!
And Jake, what are you going to do with her?
Keep quiet, I told you! Now, this girl has worked up as a maid in the big house. She has deliberately leaked information that has led to the deaths of our comrades. Paddy O'Sullivan, Johnny O'Mahony, and Noel McCarthy. Did you know that? I didn't think he knew that either. She has deliberately sold us down the Swanee many occasions. Sentence has been passed. And tonight, I offer you the opportunity to deliver this girl to her maker.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. They forced me. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Lady Lavery, good to see you.
It is so nice to have you as company. We must do it more often.
It has proven a very enjoyable evening altogether, Lady Lavery, and the company is excellent.
I agree. I really don't know where my husband has gotten to with Michael. He must be showing him every painting in the house.
And there are a lot of paintings to be looking at, Lady Lavery. Very interesting too. I particularly enjoyed the paintings of Morocco. Lovely colour and real imaginative pictures. Must be a lovely country.
Oh, it's beautiful. I agree about the colour, but I prefer the heat. Now, Lloyd, you must explain this chess game to me.
It's a very simple game, Lady Lavery. The object of the game is to make sure that the other player's king cannot move anywhere else. Capture his king. Such is the idea of all games of challenge like this. It is very interesting. Some of the pieces move in certain ways, but it's a very, very, very good game indeed.
I just cannot seem to get a grasp on it. You'll have to show me what to move.
Well, it's like this is a rook. A rook can only move in straight lines.
Yes.
It cannot go diagonally.
Oh.
Very simple. Whereas a bishop, he can only move on diagonal lines.
I'm afraid I still don't understand.
And the queen can move anywhere she likes.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Now, what about these treaty negotiations? You must tell me how it's all going.
Oh, Lady Lavery, I'm afraid I cannot discuss anything about the treaty with you. It would be very indiscreet.
Not even with me, your dear friend.
Especially with you, Lady Lavery, because you are such a good friend. I cannot afford it.
Evening.
Michael?
Lady Lavery. David. I think it's time we put an end to this game, David. Don't you think so?
Absolutely, Michael.
Perhaps you would like refreshment, gentlemen. Some brandy, perhaps?
That would be very kind, Lady Lavery.
Very well.
I think it is your move, Michael.
My pawn takes your pawn, just like the Cairo game.
And my bishop takes your pawn, just like Oliver Cromwell.
Now, gentlemen, your bread.
Be kind of you, Lady Lavery.
rational as I'd like to stay, gentlemen, I do find competitive chess very irritating. So I shall take my leave, if you please.
My rook takes your pawn.
The rookery, David. Were you ever in a fowl house? A horrible place, I can tell you. There was neighbours of mine ended up in a fowl house one night when they heard the lorries coming. Never did any days harm in their life. Except to be Irish.
My queen takes your bishop.
And my queen takes your queen. My duty is mightier than yours. Check.
It appears my king is under threat. Loyalty to the crown must take precedence over everything else.
Oath of allegiance to the king? How would you expect me to betray my people? They were shot in Crow Park, burned out of their homes inside in Cork City. Hell and fire. They didn't know what the hell was going on, poor people. Oath of allegiance to the king? I don't think so.
Look, we can spend all night chasing each other around this chessboard. But we both know that in the end, an agreement will be reached. A treaty will be signed. Or else, there will be a return to immediate and terrible war. Check!
Those who were left in possession of the battlefield have won. Checkmate. Oh, Michael, they burned down the hotel tonight. 11 lorries of military entered Granard and they sacked the town and finished with our hotel.
They gave me such a hard time. I was asked questions about Harry and about you.
Larry took down the money boxes and the trousseau.
And I took down the blankets. Did I take down the blankets?
But when it happened, when it finally happened after all those months of warnings, it was very sudden and very shocking.
I went in and took out some of my mother's dresses and some jewellery.
And I took out the religious objects. And I took out a spool of thread.
I took out the account books.
We just stood there, clinging onto one another in the clear night air. And nobody cried.
And we just looked up at the fire as if
it was a play or something.
And as I stood there watching the fire, I thought to myself, that's the end to that part of my life now. And it was your fault, Michael. Because the lives of my sisters are shattered now. But mine isn't. And I could have watched that fire forever. Because everything for me now is about you, Michael. The fire made it so. The fire changed everything. I could have watched that fire forever while holding on to my sisters. And I felt guilty.
P.S. Right soon. I'm so very lonely tonight. I would give anything
to see you now. Kitty.
Session 6, Dáil Éireann. Public session, Tuesday, January 3rd, 1922. Dr. Owen McNeill, Speaker, taking the chair at 11:20 a.m. Madam Markovich.
I would like to say that I oppose with all the strength of my will. I oppose with every fibre of my being this treaty. This so-called treaty. This home rule bill with the sugar of a treaty.
Sit down. Cunis.
I'm an honourable woman, and I can say that I will die before I pledge allegiance to King George or the British Empire. Yes? Yes, we did send clever men over. Yes, probably the cleverest men so far. But you were duped. You were duped, tricked.
Yes, you were. Why in God's name didn't you go over so?
Yes!
Why didn't you send me?
Our plenipotentiaries had to face facts and face hard facts.
You're worse, Michael Collins, by the trade of terrible and immediate war.
That's true.
We didn't give a damn about terrible and immediate war.
Young Corla, this is a step backwards, not forwards.
Yes.
I hold and agree with Connolly when he said it's not the extent of the steps that matters, it's the direction of the step. This is a step backwards.
This is a step backwards.
It's a step backwards. It is a step, Young Corla, off the solid rock. You're in a swamp, Michael Collins, and you will be swamped.
He will not need
Cunis.
Will I tell you something? It was often I was in a swamp. Many times, and I'm glad I wasn't depending on the likes of you to get me out of it.
Madam Markovich, please!
I'd like to say that the Irish language has really begun to kick into the schools now that we're giving it all
Our education told us recently that it would take up to 20 years for us to be told all this
You knew what you were talking about. You know that I'm the Minister for Education and I said 10 years and doing this post
August up the Dáil. Like most members of the Dáil, I am thoroughly weary of this endless speech-making. And one no matter this, and I believe so are the people of the country. One of my constituents was speaking with me, and he said these words.
What did he say?
We are bewildered and confused with this highfalutin talk about constitutional law.
Yes.
And yet, this constitutional law did not stop the Crown forces from burning Cork.
Yes, burning Cork.
Mr. Dolan.
Forces.
Mr. Dolan, please. I fear a final and terrible. If we reject this treaty, I tell you now, for God's sake, give this poor nation a chance to be born. Don't let it be said that the operation was a complete success, but the patient died.
We must have all or nothing.
How do you sit down, guys?
I am against ratification. I am a Republican. I cannot swear allegiance to the British King. What do you think of the treaty? I oppose the treaty of repatriation of Ireland.
Mr. De Valera, please.
Right.
Cunis.
If you take over the presidency of the Republic and go on with this treaty, you will be creating a grave danger in that. And you will be creating a great suspicion in the minds of the Irish people. I suggest that we should adjourn.
Well, I have something to say, and I have people here who want to say, but they are too ashamed to stand up and say it, so I say it for them. But this lady here, she has come all the way up, and she wants to stay.
Come on, girl, stand up and have a seat.
Is this a joke? This is a joke, Captain.
It's a woman speak.
What is he saying? Is he speaking for the people?
Mr. Collins, please. This treaty is inevitable.
It is not.
It's an inevitable. What is the alternative?
It is not.
What is the alternative to this treaty but chaos? Chaos! Let no one here stand in the way of the onward march of this Irish nation! Mr. Dolan, please. I will speak honestly as a plain and honest man. I believe 9 out of 10 of the people of Cork City want to ratify this treaty.
No.
This treaty has to be ratified!
I would like to conclude by saying that I am against the ratification of this treaty. To sign this treaty would be tantamount to attending the funeral of the Irish nation.
Yes. I agree with Mr. George Nichols. I would conclude by saying that, do you remember when you first heard the words of Robert Emmet from the dock? Do you remember what James Connolly said to us? He said it to me, and he said it to the others here in this room. He said the one thing that he was afraid of, the one thing, was that the people of Ireland would not die for their country. Do you remember when Daniel O'Connell said Ireland wasn't really worth a drop of blood? Well, I think that it's worth a drop of blood. I think it's worth my drop of blood, and I am willing to die for Ireland. How many of you are there?
Cunis! Mr. De Valera. No lies. Cunis, Mr. Dolan. Mr. De Valera, please.
I would like my last word here to be this. We have had a glorious record for 4 years. It has been 4 years of magnificent discipline in the nation. The world is looking at us now. What I want to say is this. I want it to go to the country and to the world. But until then, we will vacate this stall chamber.
Ma says she understands, but say a prayer before you go.
Okay. Will I say it now?
Do.
Give it to me.
Damn you! Damn you!
See, you've got to understand.
No! You can't go! Don't leave me! Don't leave me! No! I hate this! I hate this! No! No! But you can't go! Don't leave me with this baby! Don't! No!
Breathe.
No!
You've got to understand. I have to go.
Youth Montana?
Do you think that we could go to Gugon Bar when you come back?
We can still go. I promised, and I keep my word.
Could we go, do you think?
Yeah, we could do that, all right.
What good are your promises now?
Promise.
We can still go.
Definitely. When I come back.
When?
When? When?
When all of this is over.
Amen. Will you tell Ma to remember during my prayer?
Did you get those pints in all right?
Snack around here now.
Not too bad. Don't trade is very poor after.
You sell anything? So many there, huh?
Yeah, but no. To the all locals.
Sure they wouldn't buy a bit.
No.
The prices now.
You're a kid, I didn't know money. You're a bit like that, like.
It's the state of the world you've ever seen.
Did you hear the one last night?
It's Nick Collins! I want to buy a drink from Nick Collins! No, Mike! Where's the girl? Mike has enough. Go on, one drink. What?
Hello, lads.
All right.
4 pints of Clonakilty Rassler bought by Michael Collins.
I was making me way at Ballinascarthy. Sometime I delayed. Oh, taught me a whistle with porter. Well, I scare scarcely had travelled 1 mile on the road.
As if you're back through, mate. You're a bloody fine singer after a shot. And you're a damn good shot too. No, be off with you. Go on.
Hey, Mike, you sit down. You take it easy. Come on, sit down.
Commandments?
No, I couldn't ever remember them. They were too hard. I couldn't learn them off. Michael?
Yes?
Can I give you a new commandment? Something that was ordained before you were born. Your destiny, Michael, is to go back through Bail na Bláth. You must go back through Bail na Bláth, Michael.
You will see.
No. You have to go back through Bail na Bláth. I just have this feeling, Michael. It's your destiny. Bail na Bláth. No.
You're going to sing.
Huh? Bail na Bláth, Michael.
Bail na Bláth. Come on, Dad, let's get out here. It's getting late. Come on. See you later.
Right, come on, Nick.
Now go on to Bail na Bláth. Come on. Get off. Walk to the lorry. Get on.
That day, I remember, I was below in the field filling turnips into a butt when I saw the soldiers come into the house.
I was in the kitchen baking a cake. In fact, I was baking 3 of them because my fellas' crowd were coming from Onahincha and they'd each about house and home.
I was in the field behind the haggard, kicking the ball I was, and sure didn't I burst the bladder on it.
Sure wasn't I inside the kitchen minding the sick calf, but the calf died. But sure, he was my pet calf.
I was on my way back from Nancy Smith's after having a pint, and I nearly got knocked down by the British soldiers on me bike.
And I had to go down to Minnie's because your one was too lazy to get the eggs for them damn cakes. And sure, all the commotion below, sure, I had to leg it home to tell them all the news.
And I was down at Collins's mud fields. We were minding our own business. And the British soldiers put the butt of a rifle to the small of my back. He pushed me forward. He put a box of Caps and Peters and matches into my hand. He said, "Hey, Petty, like that there hayrick, Petty. If you don't, somebody will. Go on, Petty, you'll enjoy it." Oh, Jesus, it went up. It wasn't hard to take light. It was dry. They were good farmers. And it caught fire to the house. The house went up. I could hear the screams of the boy inside, and the British and the shouting, "Leave the Petty, dear! Leave the Petty!" Oh, Jesus, the screams!
And poor little Liam, still up there in the loft, with his mother passed away the short while, and his father still in prison. What will his Uncle Michael Collins think? Little Liam, he's still up in the loft. We have to save him. We have to save him. He's grand, he's good, he's not hurted. He's grand, he's safe, he's safe.
I saved the brass candlestick and the teapot.
I saved the cuckoo clock.
I saved the blankets.
I saved the saucepan.
I saved the stew my father made for the wedding. And I saved little Liam.
Tomas never got over it.
What are you doing? Come here. Come here, who are you?
Nobody.
Did you see me?
Show your face.
You know me?
Do it.
Do you know who I am?
Face it.
Get back! Go back! Get back! Do you know who I am?
No.
Larry! Who am I? Denny! Denny! What is this? Shove over the lorry! Drive the lorry across the road! Drive the lorry across? Yes! Right, Johnny. Stand off! I know. There's somebody in it.
What's wrong here, lads? Is the trunk broken down? Yes, it's broken down. It's broken down in there.
Hang on there, Michael, I'll see what's wrong. What the hell is going on?
There goes Dr. Moore. You've been in trouble for months now. You have a hammer there. Give a few belts and a hammer and use it as a trick. Right.
Come on, Dalton, for God's sake, we can't stay here all night. Come on!
Take him. What?
Oh, my fair-haired boy, no more I'll see you walk through meadows green, or hear your voice run through the fields by yon mountain stream. Your ship lies waiting on the shore to bear you far from me. But wait, I will till heaven's door my fair-haired boy to see, and if not in life we'll be as one, then in death we'll be. And there